Om Shanti. Can you see me, hear me?
Shanti,
Yes.
hello. Yes.
Hello.
Awesome, great. So let's begin our session for today. This is your pranayam class. So sit comfortably, keep your back and neck straight, and very gently close your eyes. Just start connecting with your breath. Watch the pure breath. Now gently move your attention to your body. Become aware of your posture. Check your alignment. Your entire spine should remain straight. Face, neck and shoulders should be relaxed. In the final position, you should be both comfortable and stable. Gently come back to your breathing. Now begin to consciously deepen your breath. Go for slow, long, and deep inhalations. Slow, long, and deep exhalations. Staying connected and aware of each passing breath. We will open today's session by chanting Om 3 times, followed by 3 Shantis. Take a deep inhalation for Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Just feel the vibrations Join your palms together. Begin to rub your palms together. Place your palms on your eyes. Very slowly, while blinking and looking at your palms, begin to open up your eyes, coming back with a big smile. Namaste to everyone. Om Shanti. So let's begin our session for today. So I see there is a new student. So can you just unmute yourself and introduce yourself briefly first? Gregoria, if I'm not wrong.
I'm Georgia. Yeah, hello.
Georgia. Sorry.
Hello. I am
Georgia.
new, and actually my course will start officially the 2nd of February. So I'm here to start, but I have an injured knee. So basically I'm also asking to the school if I can postpone until my knee is again available for me.
Okay.
But I'm from Germany. I'm Italian. I live in Germany, and I did yoga many years ago and did a lot of meditation, and now I wanted to join this course.
Oh, awesome. Amazing. So these are your pranayam classes, and I will be leading them. And due to some reason or the other, we are still somewhere currently on the basics only. So it's good for you. You are not lost out on much. So I'll just begin with today's topic. Don't worry if you don't understand anything. Just feel free to unmute yourself and ask, or type it down in the chat box.
Okay,
Both the
thank
ways.
you.
Oh, great.
Thanks.
So let's begin today. So last time we were discussing or talking about a pre-practice of a very famous practice called Nadi Shodhana. And today we are going to step into the first, like another practice basically, which will help us in the practice of Nadi Shodhana. And tomorrow we will cover Nadi Shodhana and finish this topic all together. So today we are learning the practice of Anulom Vilom. ANULOMA, Anulom Vilom. VILOMA. So Anulom Vilom is nothing but alternate nostril breathing, right? So Anulom Vilom again acts as a preparatory practice for the final practice of Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is a very, very specific practice. Okay. So Anulom Vilom is, like I have written, it is alternate nostril breathing. So there is no retention. In the beginning also, I have introduced the concept of retention, right? And Nadi Shodhana has retention, okay? But Anulom Vilom is always continuous in nature. When you begin to do Anulom Vilom, you do not hold your breath anywhere. Basically, you breathe in, then you breathe out, alternating the nostrils. Then again, you breathe in, and then you breathe out again, alternating the nostrils, right? So, like I have mentioned earlier, also from now onwards, it is very important that the sitting posture is there, and not just any kind of sitting posture, one in which your spine remains straight. That is quite essential for you to understand or see the impact of the practice altogether, right? So if you feel your back is getting hunched or you are not able to sit for a long period of time right now, means somewhere you need to put in more work into asana so that your body becomes stable, right? Or you can also choose to go for as many rounds as are comfortable for you currently, because already the practice in itself is very new to us in nature, right? So Anulom Vilom. Let me first give you one key characteristic of Anulom Vilom. So this practice starts from the left nostril always. So starts and ends with left nostril. Okay. So I know there are, nostril. So I know there are currently a lot of practices that are going on in which people are making or teaching their students to breathe in, um, like start from the right side as well, right? So in that case, just make sure your source is correct. Again, the source of my teaching I have already shared in philosophy classes. Also, Hatha Yogic texts are the source from where I am teaching. So these are not my teachings, okay? And I am not changing them or altering them according to my convenience or your convenience. But actually, what is happening with yoga in general today is that depending on the convenience of the people or without proper understanding, there are a lot of variations that are generally being introduced. So be careful of those, and you should also, as a teacher, always have a good backing for your practices. Okay. So, as per the Hatha Yogic texts, especially Hatha Yoga Pradipika, again, I have mentioned this in the philosophy class. As per that text, Nadi Shodhan always starts and ends with left. Okay. So now when we are preparing for that practice, again, we have to make sure that we are not changing this practice. We are doing this practice so that it can aid us with something, right? So again, because the original practice of Nadi Shodhana ends and begins and ends with the left nostril only, for us, Anulom Vilom is going to, again, we are going to only learn that technique in which it and begins and ends with the left nostril only, and that is the traditional technique, in fact. So I will just briefly demonstrate, okay? And then we will discuss some contraindications and benefits of the technique. So in previous class, again, I have already demonstrated to you the two hand positions that you can adopt. So you can choose to fold the first two fingers and place them on the root of the thumb like this, and then you can, depending on your preference, you can choose to either just use the ring finger or use the combination of the ring and little finger together. Okay, so I prefer to use the combination of ring and little finger together. So this is formed with the right hand, and I have given proper logic for using the right hand specifically again in the previous class. Okay, so all you do is you exhale fully, you close the right nostril with the thumb, and you begin to inhale through the left nostril. Once you inhale fully, now you switch. Okay, so you close the left nostril, open the right nostril, and allow the breath to flow out through the right nostril. Once you have exhaled fully, again you begin to inhale through the right nostril only. And then you close the right nostril, open up the left nostril, and go for the exhalation. This forms one round. Again, like you saw, I started with left and ended with left. So typically in the practice of Anulom Vilom, there are 2 breaths, okay, total. In one round, there are 2 breaths and they are taken through alternate sides. So if I'm inhaling, the next time when I will inhale, it will be through the right. So you saw that after I exhaled through the right, I did not switch the nostril. I again inhaled through my right nostril only. And then the exhalation was done through the left nostril. So I will write down the sequence also. It's left, right, right, left. Okay. And I'm writing in the bracket what is happening with the breath also. Okay. So left, it's inhale, then right is exhale. Then again, right is inhale. Okay. Left is inhale, right is exhale. Then again, right is your inhale and left is your exhale. This is the entire, this is the proper format of alternate nostril breathing. This is one round that I have written just to keep your notes, just to keep a reminder. You can note it down like this, or you can also note it down in the way that you find like is the best for you to remember. Okay. Another mudra that you can make again for the same practice is when rather than folding these first fingers, you place them on the eyebrow center over here. And again, the same fingers, they remain free for you to alternate, right? So again, my ring finger, little finger, and thumb are remaining free. So most people prefer this one because the other one, it might sometimes form some pressure on the muscles and on the finger, right? So again, same thing, you exhale fully, begin to inhale through the left side. Once you inhale, close the left nostril, open the right nostril, exhale. Again, inhale through the right side. Exhale through the left side. Again, you finish one round, and like this, you go for multiple rounds. Now, I've already mentioned this thing that for the practice of alternate nostril breathing, your nostril should be open already, right? So last time the practice we did, it was more about opening up the nostrils. And I told you I will tell you one more way in which you can find the balance in both the nostrils, right? So I'll just briefly discuss upon that. Okay. So you guys know what Vajrasana is? Vajrasana, the pose in which you sit after you eat your food. It's considered to be very good for digestion. Are you guys aware of what Vajrasana is? You can just give me a thumbs up if you know. If you don't know, then I will. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. So when you sit in Vajrasana, you take your hands like this and you place the fingers below your armpits. You leave the thumbs out. Okay, when you sit in Vajrasana, you do this thing and you press. So elbows press down. Okay, which Again, make sure that the fingers are properly interlocked. Again, the thumb should be out. Remember this thing, all 4 fingers go on your forearm, armpit. Okay. When you sit in Vajrasana like this for some time, your nostrils, they begin to balance out. Okay. This is another technique. If you feel the nostril is somewhere blocked for some reason, before you sit for the practice of alternate nostril breathing, you can sit in Vajrasana. Okay. And then you can go ahead and place your hands like this and gently close your eyes. Just observe your breathing for a while. This will balance both the nostrils out. Okay. There will be no blockage. This is a very beautiful and good practice. If you feel the need, you can sit for a while and do this practice and see the kind of impact it has on you. Okay. Main thing is nostril should be open. Okay. There are some contraindications when you go for the practice of alternate nostril breathing. Okay. So first thing is people who are diagnosed with severe level of depression. Okay. I will not say mild. Even from intermediate till severe level of depression, for them, alternate nostril breathing, even though it can be beneficial, only a very few rounds can be beneficial. Okay. Because this practice draws you inwards a lot. Okay. And the thing about depression is that those guys, those people are already struggling to be more external or get up, go out, do the more active things in life. Okay. So for them, I would say, even if you are planning to put this in their protocol, one thing, you should be aware what degree of depression they have. And second thing, even if you are planning to put this practice, then just make sure very few rounds are incorporated. Do not force them to go for a long practice. Okay. Because this practice will again get them stuck in the loop of thoughts they are already unable to break. Right. Second, when we do anulom vilom, there is a controlled breathing. Okay. Like, one thing is my natural breath is going on, and according to that, I am working. Right. And one thing is that the breathing is controlled. So we are over here going for controlled kind of breathing. Okay. Um, Let me give you an example. Suppose you are right now having the natural breath. Okay. It's normally flowing. Then you go for some practices which deepen your breath. Okay. And then you go for the practice of anulom vilom. Okay. You gain or you reinforce further control in anulom vilom. Okay. So the deepening of the breath is just not the end. All right. When you do anulom vilom, you set your generally target is to go for deeper breathing, and your target is to gain more control. So how do you deepen the breath? In earlier classes, I have been saying it is going to happen naturally as you go for the pre-practices, other pre-practices like abdominal breathing, you are doing yogic deep breathing. So after a time, it becomes very natural, no? But when you do anulom vilom, you constantly, in a very controlled manner, you take the breath in, and then in a very controlled manner, you have to take the breath out of your system also. Now it's the target is not just that the breath is deep or not. Now you are gaining more and more control, right? So as we move closer to the pranayam practices, the level of control has to go up. Okay. So now today when we do this practice, try to keep some control over the inhalation and exhalation, right? So because of this reason, the practice of anulom vilom should not be like the longer counts or the longer kind of control. So suppose I'm controlling the breath and now I want to, take a longer inhalation. So because I have control, I can do it, right? So for heart patients, this is not good. Okay. So these are the two cases in which you have to just be very careful when you are introducing the practice of Anulom Vilom. Let's come to the benefits. Okay, because benefits are very, very important. Each and every practice is going to do something to your biology, to your mind. Okay, so we need to know what happens. So by default, when you start doing Anulom Vilom, the breath, the breath, it becomes more controlled, like I said. So the heart rate also, it goes down, right? So BP also goes down, right? So generally, because of a lot of factors, we are just breathing mindlessly, right? So heart rate is also going at its, like, we have no idea, right? But as soon as you go into this practice, generally from the level at which the heart rate is, it will drop a little because there is relaxation, right? Now you're gaining more control and you are relaxing. So your breathing rate goes down, your heart rate goes down, the BP goes down, right? This practice has a very soothing impact on your nervous system, right? When you do the alternate nostril breathing, the kind of relief that you get, it is to another level. That is why you will see people who are very, very stressed or tensed in their life. If they continuously practice Anulom Vilom, they will see immense change, not only in the current state of the mind, but overall the body starts taking less and less stress when you deepen your practice. Okay, when you go for continuous practice and for a long period of time, you will see this thing that even now they are taking overall also taking less stress, which is again very, very beneficial, right? Now, uh, on a mental level, the mind feels very, very balanced. Okay, because you are continuously switching both the nostrils, switching the breath between both the nostrils, right? So both the sides, I told you in philosophy class also, generally there is an imbalance in both the sides, right? Because one nostril is more dominant during the day than the other, right? So now when you do the practice of Anulom Vilom, you are acquiring somewhere some sense of balance because each nostril is getting the opportunity to both inhale and exhale, right? And you are controlling that not only just through the breathing but also through your hands. You are making sure that you close the nostril so that you are controlling with this is control only, right? When you are not allowing the other nostril to breathe, right? You are just saying that only right now my right nostril is going to breathe in, or I'm only going to exhale through right nostril, right? So there's a lot of balance that is achieved. On a physical level, you will see there is a balance between the right hemisphere of the brain and left hemisphere of the brain. So when the nostrils also switch, the hemispheres of the brain, the hemisphere of the brain which is active, again that begins to dominate, and both the hemispheres have their own functions and they are essential in our lives, right? One is connected more with the logical side and one is connected more with the creative kind of mind, right? Overall, if I'm speaking. So there is a general sense of balance that is acquired and induced. Okay, so because this is a very controlled practice, it is induced in the body, right? This kind of state. So, all the things, your decision making, your planning, everything, it becomes so much better when you go for the continuous practice of Anulom Vilom, right? Mm, Generally speaking, also, overall, this functioning of the system, it becomes much better because there is a harmony between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So generally what is happening in today's world is we are exposed to so much tension and stress that the sympathetic nervous system remains active, and then we forget when the stressful situation has passed, the body is still triggered, right? That is what stress and tension is. It's over triggering, right? Some amount of trigger we all require, right? But over triggering. So when you forget to switch back, again, alternate nostril breathing or anulom vilom is a great practice for you to come back, acquire a balance between your resting state and your active state, and in general induce a lot of harmony within yourself. Any doubts, questions, or queries in today's session? Otherwise, we will practice. Mhm.
I wanted to ask because it said anuloma viloma is uh, making down the blood pressure, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if some people have tendency to low blood pressure, is it okay to do this?
Yes, it is okay for them to do this. One thing, you will have to constantly monitor them. This practice doesn't cause a dip in the BP. Okay, there is a difference. There are some practices which will cause a genuine dip in the BP. Okay, those are cooling practices. Anulom Vilom will not cause a dip in the BP, but right now, the like whatever level it is, it will my breathing will become more relaxed. Okay, so it's not that it cannot be introduced to low BP people, patients of low BP, but they have to take care, or you have to constantly monitor them. There are other practices which will immediately dip, like lead to the dip in the BP, right? In the upcoming classes, I will explain those also. So those are a complete no. Okay, I will mention in the contraindications over there that low BP patients don't have to do it, but this can be done. It is not harmful for them.
Thank you.
Any other questions, queries, doubts?
I
Or
have a question, sorry, but not related to the practice, but is it possible to find your lessons online registered?
yes, so all the videos are uploaded on YouTube. Okay, so all the recorded sessions, this session is getting recorded and this will be uploaded on YouTube. So you can catch up on the previous sessions also. Like this, previous sessions were also recorded and they were uploaded on YouTube. So you can either just search on YouTube, like write the name of the school, you will be able to find it. Or wait, I will just post it in the chat box for you where you can find the class. Just give me a moment and then we will practice. All right.
Okay, thank you. Because I searched the name of the school, but almost all the lessons are all together. Is it possible to find you or pranayama in particular? Thanks.
Uh, okay, so no, we upload all the we upload day wise. Okay, so in a particular day there are a number of classes that go on, like all of your subjects are covered. So we don't upload the subject wise, we upload day wise. So in one day, suppose 5 subjects are covered, so those 5 subjects you'll find the classes.
Sorry, how it's written? Device.
Day wise, day 1, day 2, day 3, like this, on first day.
Okay, first, okay, thank you.
Okay, so let's go for our practice today. Sit comfortably, keep your back and neck straight, and when you feel ready, very gently close your eyes. I'll just guide you through the practical session. Just start focusing on your breath. Don't change the breathing. Just observe as the breath flows in and out. Take a few moments to check your posture. Keep your body relaxed, aligned. You should be comfortable and stable in your final position. And now slowly come back to your breathing. We are going to begin to deepen the breath. Go for a few deep breaths, taking more time to inhale and to exhale. We are going to go for a few rounds of abdominal breathing. All we have to do is, as we inhale, we have to feel the abdomen rise. You can choose to place one hand on the abdomen. As you exhale, feel the abdomen contract. So make sure you are in the correct posture, aligned. Exhale fully. Contract your abdomen properly. Now, as you begin to inhale, expand your belly. As you exhale, contract your belly. We are going to go for a few rounds of abdominal breathing. Keep the mind focused on the movement of the abdomen. Try to deepen your practice with each passing breath. And keep each inhalation and each exhalation equal. If your exhalation is longer than the inhalation, that is okay. After your next exhalation, you can relax your hand. Just come back to the natural flow of your breathing and see the change in the state of your mind. In the state of your breathing after you suspend the practice. Keeping the back and neck straight, change your posture and come into Vajrasana. Let's sit in the position I just explained and see if the nostrils they are open and balanced. Okay, so take the position of Vajrasana. Place both your hands, cross the hands, place them below your armpits, and then press your elbows down. Keep the thumbs out. And just sit like this in Vajrasana for a few seconds, keeping the eyes closed and simply observing the impact on your breathing. You have to stay connected with your breath throughout your practice. Keep staying connected to your breath. Sorry. And now slowly release your hands. If you feel comfortable, you can continue the practice of Anulom Vilom in Vajrasana only. And if you want to change your posture again, you want to come in any cross-legged position, you can choose to do so as well. Just make sure finally your back and neck remains straight. Now we will begin the practice of Anulom Vilom. So choose any preferable mudra with your right hand. Exhale fully. Close the right nostril and begin to inhale through the left nostril. Once you inhale fully, open the right nostril and go into the process of exhalation. After complete exhalation, again begin to inhale through the right side. And then close the right nostril, open the left nostril, exhale fully. This is one round. Continue your practice. Try to deepen your practice with each consecutive round. Keep your mind fully engaged. As you switch the nostrils, be aware from which nostril you are inhaling, from which nostril you are exhaling. The mind should be completely absorbed in the practice. As you go deeper into your practice, begin to gain more and more control. Don't allow the control to just uh, change on its own. You change the control of the breath and see how much time you can take to inhale and how much time you are taking to exhale, and try to equalize both the timings, inhale and exhale, at an equal amount of time. After your current round, go for one last round, and then you can relax your hand, suspend your practice. Keeping your back and neck straight, simply observe the changes after your practice. You'll feel much more balanced, calm, and relaxed. This will reflect in the way in which you are breathing currently. Observe the little changes that have come up after you finished your practice. Check the state of your mind as you started the class, and then just compare it as you are ending the class for today. Just a note for you, check for you how your entire system changes when you finish a session. Keeping the back and neck straight, we are going to end our session by chanting Om one time, followed by 3 Shantis. Take a deep breath in for Om. Om. Shanti. 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 Join your palms together, gently bow down. We'll take a few moments in our day for a sense of gratitude. Just feeling grateful for everything we have. Now rub your palms together. Keep them on your eyes. Allow your eyes to absorb this heat. Feel the heat travel from your hands to your eyes. We'll do this 2 more times. Rub your palms together properly. Keep them on the eyes. One last time. Rub the palms together. Place them on the eyes. When you feel ready, very slowly while blinking and looking at your palms, begin to open up your eyes. Om Shanti, Namaste to everyone. Any difficulties or any doubts that you have after your practice? Any problem? Anything you want to share?
Thank you very much. I had maybe headache because of higher blood pressure. For example, I have a tendency to lower blood pressure, but these days I feel sometimes a little bit higher blood pressure. So I had a headache, and now it's much more better. Thank you.
Great. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, this practice is very beneficial no matter what. And I told you very few contraindications. So everybody, almost everybody can go for this practice. And tomorrow we will go for longer practice because tomorrow we will introduce, like, come to the final stage. Ideally 10 to 15 rounds for a beginner are good. And you can, as you gradually increase your practice, you can sit for 10 to 15 minutes in this practice. It will be very, very beneficial for you, either when you wake up or before you go to sleep. These are 2 timings which are very good. If especially you feel the quality of your sleep is not good, you can do this practice and then go to sleep, right? So guys, I will see you tomorrow. Yes, for your philosophy class, and enjoy the remaining of your classes. Take care. Yeah.
Thank you. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.